to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing something very exciting. I'm finally testing out the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. This sells out every single bloody time I wanted to get it, but this time I was on my game and I got it at the last restock, and it turned up, I would say, a couple of days ago, and I'm finally going to try it out. I'm so happy, honestly. I've not wanted a palette like this in such a long time, and it's finally mine. So Cosmic Brushes, I think they've already come out with like another new palette, because this was their previous palette, but I've wanted this since it came out, and yeah, I finally got it. So this is like Cosmic Brushes. Like, if you haven't heard of Cosmic Brushes, they are a great indie brand. I've only ever tried one of their other palettes, cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but I'll put up a picture here, and I have used it numerous times on my channel. So the Muse one is like a nice selection of kind of like purples and pinks and everything like that. So when I saw the kind of look of it, I was like, I need to get that one, and it's finally here. So it's 20 shades and it's £18 for an independent brand that has 20 shades, which is like a lot of shimmers as well, for £18. So that's like, I don't know, my maths isn't great on a good day, but that's kind of like less than £1 per shade. So let's have a look at the palette itself. Ooh, it's so stunning, it's so stunning. I already know what kind of look I'm going to do today. I've been planning it, I've been thinking about it, and I'm hoping I can pull it off, because we know what my skills are like. But yeah, this is what the palette looks like, and again, like I mentioned, it's just a nice selection of purples and pinks, and there's a couple of greens in there, so it's right up my street. So we are going to quickly go off camera, put some sellotape on, put on my primer, and then we will get started. Okay, so we're now primed and ready to go. So we are starting off with Sweet Pea, which is a really nice light lilac. And one thing I've got to mention is how much I love the design of the actual like packaging as well. It's so gorgeous and just elegant. And normally I'm not into like pinks and stuff like that, but I really feel like this palette kind of works like a middle ground. So it's got you kind of like pinks and purples, and purples is one of my favorite shades to use because it's just so like different. And I know normally I use a lot of reds, so I'm starting to use like a lot of like nude tones, but purple is always a shade I feel like I've been loving since like my teens, because I used to dress very alternatively, and well, I still do basically, but when it came to certain like makeup looks, it would be much deeper looks, but purple is such a shade that's so versatile. So I felt like today would have been like the perfect day to do a purple. So this is like a mention, the purplish pink, but yeah, we're just going to get this on the lid first, and it is super pigmented. It's very buildable, so it's not like it's a light shade where you just kind of put it on and it's fine. It's very buildable, which is what I'm loving. Okay, so now we're going to go in the corners. So we're going to make a nice deep kind of wing, and we are going to go in with rosewood. So I think rosewood and fig are very similar to each other. Fig is just slightly deeper, but I felt like a dark brown would be nice, because I mean, we have like amethyst, which I am definitely using at the end, but I feel like maybe rosewood is a nice kind of finishing point on the corner, so it's not going to be hopefully too harsh. But I know that this is a very pigmented palette, so I'm going to try my best to not be too heavy with this shade. Saying that, I know that I am quite heavy-handed sometimes with my looks, but I feel like if we blend it, it won't look too harsh. Okay, that's looking stunning. I mean, I'm loving this deep shade as well. The fact, the way that they blend in really nicely. I might add a little bit more rosewood on this side because I don't feel like it's deep enough. And one thing that I hate about my lids is that they're two different shapes, so me trying to match them is always non-existent. So let's go in with another smaller brush, and we are going to go in with Petal, which is this one just here. It's a very light shade, so I'm not going to go too heavy with it. This shade is kind of more of a kind of like pinkier tone, so we're just going to take that. It kind of looks like a, I don't know if that's even possible to say it, but like a pink grey tone, if that makes any sense. So we're just going to put that kind of like in the crease and build it up. So I feel like this is not showing up majorly, but I do feel like Petal is probably more of a transition shade just because it's so light, and you can see it slightly kind of in my crease, but I feel like Sweet Pea is kind of overpowering it slightly, but it's still really stunning. I'm really liking this look so far, and I'm just going to take my time with it because I don't want to like mess it up. But let's go in with another shade if we can. So we're going to try Haze, which is just here, and we're kind of steered away from the purples a bit because I mean there's not enough of the purples in this palette. So this is like a kind of light brown, so we're just going to put that in the kind of corners of the lid, bringing it down. So we're connecting it with Sweet Pea. Okay, I had to go back in Sweet Pea with just a little bit because it was kind of fading towards the middle, but now we're going to go in with this beautiful boy right here, which is called Amethyst, and I'm excited because I'm hoping it's going to be so pigmented, but I'm like, you know, I don't want to hold my breath too much in case it isn't, but I'm just going to take a nice kind of like cornered brush, and we're just going to go in with Amethyst. If it doesn't work straight off the bat, then I will go in with my finger because I know sometimes that works much better. So we are just going to go in the middle here. That is not working, so let's go in with the finger. That is much better. So let's tap this on and we're going to blend that. That is very buildable. So in the beginning I felt like there wasn't much there, but it's buildable. So if you do have like a bit of patience, unlike me, this purple is this purple is worth it, trust me. I might go in with a bit of Whisper, which is just below it, to kind of top that off as well. Okay, I did go in with Whisper on top because I felt like it needed just a little bit more, and I'm not to say that Amethyst is not as powerful, but I felt like it probably wasn't looking as good as it would have like in the pan. So I'm just going to go in with an inner corner. So I feel like we have two that we can go for, but I think this one at the bottom, which is called Antique, is screaming at me. So I feel like, was it Luster? This one is stunning as well, but I feel like Antique is speaking my name for an inner corner shade. So let's, oh wow, okay, yes, it's like a duochrome. So that is very stunning. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, just gonna add a bit more because why not? I love me some inner corner too much. Oh wow, okay, so I'm actually gonna kind of fast forward everything and I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup just so we can bring the look together, and I'll give you my final thoughts. My finished look. Let me know what you guys think. I am really loving this palette. I can honestly say maybe there's one or two shades that I felt like might be a little bit lacking, even though again, Amethyst, I think I need to give it a fair kind of view, maybe in another look, I'm not sure, but I can definitely say all the shades that I used today work really well. They're blended in beautifully, and the fact again, this palette is £18 and it's made by an independent brand. So if you do want to get this, you need to be on it because it sells out literally within minutes. And the fact that I had to literally go like exactly 5 o'clock to get this, and I eventually got it, like, you know, after so many attempts. I'm so happy that I picked it up. I cannot wait to use this again. I will definitely be using some of the greens and even the pinks I might deal in with, even though again, pink is not my shade. Let me know if you have picked up this palette and what you think of my look. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and I appreciate you guys sitting down, watching my videos, watching me ramble on, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.